Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shane, this is Shane's Games, and tonight we're going to be playing some Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. This won't be our first time playing, so if you want to see where we got to where we are tonight, look at my info below. You see a link to my YouTube channel where I archive all my streams, not just this game, but every game I've ever played live, so if you ever find yourself in the mood to see a game I've played start to finish, it might be a little weird, obscure, unusual, or just nostalgic, feel free to click over there, see what I got available, and throw me a subscribe if you're so inclined. But for tonight, let's get into the game. I imagine we're starting with another recap, so brace yourself.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over,
Hilda.
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
and Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Alright, so that's a good time right there. So, let's go over what we've known so far in brief. Dr. Dekker's been murdered, and we have been brought in to help treat his patients while also trying to figure out who murdered him. So far, I believe that we have cleared Nathan and Aline. I believe they both have solid alibis because they were both were seen by other people on the night of the crime, including other patients. Now, Mariana and Bryce both have shakier alibis because Mariana saw Aline and Bryce saw Nathan, but not vice versa. So they could have been there briefly. I'm not sure. Which leaves, as far as suspects, as far as I'm concerned, Claire, Mariana, and Jaya. Now, our clues for today, the ones we're investigating right now, are we got the toxicology report on Dr. Dekker, and he was found to have alcohol and sleeping pills in his system. Now, the alcohol apparently isn't a big deal because he liked to drink, even during his sessions, which is incredibly unethical. But the sleeping pills are more interesting, so we're trying to figure out who might have had sleeping pills. And out of the people we've talked to so far, that is Aline, who didn't deny that she had sleeping pills, but she didn't outright say that she did either. We'll have to explore that a little bit. Also, we found out today that Dr. Dekker loaned 15,000 pounds to Mariana, interest-free, and the loan also specified that if Dr. Dekker died, she didn't need to pay it back, which is, you know, a little suspicious, so we'll keep looking into that as well. And, otherwise, the patient's individual problems are all starting to come to a head at this point. So, this could be interesting. So, we're going to save Jaya for last, which is what my notes suggested. We do have some things to ask her, but we also had a creepy dream about her in the last day. So we'll put that off. We also found out the names of the solicitors, the people that have been sending the patients to Dr. Dekker, appear to be at least partially an anagram of each other. So they could be fake names, it could just be the same person, which is something Jaya suggested before, so we'll see if there's anything we can do to look into that as well. I think we are going to get started with Nathan today, though. Nathan, you'll remember, is the one who believes he is in a Groundhog Days type situation. He gets caught in the same days over and over again, reliving them until something breaks him out, at least temporarily, and then he gets a new day till he gets stuck in another loop. So, let's start with the obvious. Nathan, how are you today?
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana.
Oh no.
She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
just type "oh god no" in the chat there. Mariana?
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
Wait, what do you mean by police?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Not the same girl?
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
Missing people?
Haven't got a clue.
Dead bodies?
I can't tell you anything about that.
The paper? Nope. Alright, so we might need to see if we can get a copy of the newspaper and see what the hell that is all about, but, you know, that's an interesting wrinkle right there. Cut her loose, LTG, yeah. I mean, luckily he hasn't gone on the date yet, so it's not so much cutting her loose so much as turning tail and running as fast as your legs will take you. So that's a thing.
Read the papers, Doctor.
See anything else to grab there?
I don't, but people at work...
People at work?
Sometimes I wonder where you're going with some of these questions.
Nope, got nothing there. Saw a green asterisk there. I'm like, let's explore that a little bit. Alright, what else do we need to ask him about? Let's ask about Hannah, his, ex-fiancée.
Nope.
Have nothing to say about Hannah today. Loop Day.
I don't know anything.
Alright, doesn't want to talk about that either, so... Doesn't seem to have too much to talk about in his main topics of conversation today. Alright, let's check the notes. Was there anything specifically we wanted to ask him about today? Doesn't look like there was anything specific to him, so let's ask the questions we're sort of hitting everybody about. Let's start with referral letter.
Break it down for me.
Who referred you?
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
Hang on a second. Your trial?
Work with me.
Nope. Alright, so he was referred here, but what does he mean about a trial? Was it like a wrongful death for the death of his ex-fiancée? I don't know, I don't remember him mentioning a trial before. Seems new. But alright, doesn't look like he's gonna say anything else there, unfortunately. So, how about the alcohol in Dr. Dekker's system? Anything comments about that?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
It's odd that some patients said he drank kind of frequently, and some patients mentioned they never saw it. Wonder what to make of that. Alright, how about temazepam, the sleeping pill that was found in Dr. Dekker's system?
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
I'm sorry, what's that about the truck driver?
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too, but he died in his garage.
Hopefully that's a coincidence.
I don't know.
Let's see. He died in his garage?
I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
I'm sorry, did you say his daughter?
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Tell me more about the letter.
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault. But the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. So, Nathan wrote the truck driver. So, let's go over events here. Nathan, with his fiancée in the car, pulled out into traffic without looking, got T-boned by a truck driver, and his fiancée died. Nathan started going to counseling. Nathan wrote a letter to the truck driver, blaming him for everything. The truck driver killed himself and his daughter. Elena, you think he might have done it and made it look like suicide? See, I'm not sure. Not sure how he could have, since the daughter plays into that as well. I don't know. That seems out there for Nathan, from what we know for Nathan anyway. Well, let's start with this. What do we say to Nathan right now? Alright, so we wanted to kill him and take someone from him like Hannah was taken from him. Except, the truck driver doesn't lose anybody if he dies at the same time as his daughter. He doesn't experience any loss. You know? So it doesn't really seem like it's an eye for an eye, even from Nathan's perspective anyway. The only thing I can think of is Nathan mentioned that sometimes tragic incidents would break him out of his loops. But no, I don't think I buy that Nathan killed him. I mean, especially what's the murder weapon? You know, booze, sleeping pills, and staged suicide in a car? I mean, that seems super elaborate. I mean, I know it's probably happened before, but I don't see Nathan as the kind of criminal genius that would be able to think of this all up and pull it all off. I don't know, it seems too elaborate for me. Especially since Nathan, as far as I know, has never really had a violent incident against anyone before. He did have a prescription, but, drugging someone who you've never really met face to face in any capacity before, surreptitiously in their own home? I don't know, it seems pretty out there. Alright, I guess, if that's true, Elena, if he really truly is looping, he would have had a long time to think about it. Would have theoretically had several tries to get it right as well, if that's true. But here, let's ask the question we've got in front of us. Nathan wants to know, presuming if all this was Nathan wrote the letter blaming the truck driver and then the truck driver killed himself, do we tell Nathan he's to blame for the death or not? And that's a tough one. Because on one hand, I want to say that, whenever there is a suicide, you don't really want to blame anyone, except in the case of, some real nasty harassment. That's something that happens inside the person's own head. You know, you can't really drive someone to that in a lot of the ways that people think they do. I mean, on the other hand, Nathan himself knows he was wrong to blame the truck driver. The accident was 100% Nathan's fault. He wasn't looking when he drove into traffic. Right, that's true, Elena. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to answer just based on what we do know right now and what he's literally asking. No, I don't think you're to blame, Nathan.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
Oh, that's grisly. Molly?
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me.
Oh, God!
Crazy, right?
Did anybody else see that? Just now? Oh my God, I've actually got goosebumps right now. That scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Okay, it's got the old heart rate going right there. Alright. Whew. Well, that's messed up. Oh, I'm awake. I am awake, let me tell you. Alright, so... Hey there, John Big Booty. Oh, I see you're awake too. Good to know. Good to know. It looks like we've worked through everything we've gotten with Nathan so far. I don't see any more double yellow asterisks, so let's see. We asked him how his day was. We asked him about the booze. We asked him about the smile. We asked him about the temazepam. We asked him about his referral letters. I think the only thing we have left to ask him out of the standard stuff is, anything else you can tell us about Dr. Dekker today?
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
You know, that's actually an interesting question. What is our main objective here, chat? I mean, the police want me to find Dr. Dekker's killer, but... You know, Dr. Dekker's already dead. And he's got all these patients. He's got, we've seen, what, close to 10 patients so far? Why not both? I mean, obviously we are trying to do both LTG, but his question is, what's our primary objective? You know, what are we trying to focus on above all else? And I'd say cure his patients, but I'd like to hear what you guys think. I mean, if we really had to focus on one above the other, what would we focus on? And I think part of that's just because we're not the goddamn police. You know, the police are supposed to investigate murder. I'm supposed to make people better. You know? That's my thinking on that anyway. It makes sense, right? Yes? Oh man, his stare unnerves the hell out of me. Right, that's what I'm thinking too. You know, let's go ahead and say that then. Cure his patients.
It's been nice chatting with you, don't get me wrong, but I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
Wait, no, I didn't know that. That's new. Elena, you don't want to solve the mystery, but you're like house for house MD minus the addiction. I don't know. You don't seem nearly cantankerous enough for that, Elena. Maybe I don't know you well enough, but that is definitely a compliment. No one should be as cantankerous as House. Alright, so this is important. One of his patients was trying to kill him? Or at least he thought so?
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
Oh, what type of messages?
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
That's Nathan finished. Wow, we did it without any hints. That's nice. And right, you know, that is an important part of being a doctor too, is that's actually a thing most doctors have to do, is if you are a doctor and someone dies on your watch, you actually are required to go, in most cases, to a sort of group meeting to make sure that the cause of death was well established. Because if it is something that was a problem, you know, something that was caused by the hospital, or if it is an unknown cause, they do want to track that down. So that is a thing that happens in real life. So I don't know. I suppose it's tough. We want to narrow it down here. We know he was murdered, and we were pretty sure someone in the clinic did it. So it's just a matter of it is a matter of who. And we are going to get. We have been getting more information about it. Certainly, it's information that could help the police. But let me put it to you this way: I can help the police solve the murder. The police cannot help cure these patients. So you know, it's where do I want to put my effort? Is what I'm thinking there. Alright, so that leaves two people, Mariana and Jaya. Again, we have talked about leaving Jaya for last. So, wait, is she? No, it's water. I'm like, you have like a whiskey glass or something? Because I thought she didn't drink. She keeps talking about drinking and then, you know, saying she doesn't drink. That's suspicious too. We are also really gonna need to talk to her about Nathan's claim that the police are looking for a redhead. Oh, hey, Dex! Welcome in, and thank you for the host right there, Dex. How are you doing this evening? And, how was stream treating you tonight? Hope it was going well. Alright, so... we will, oh, I'm gonna put the thing about Mariana in my notes, too, so I don't forget. See, Nathan said police are looking for a redhead regarding missing people. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Mariana said yesterday that people keep following her home and then disappearing, and she never sees the same person twice? Coincidence? Probably not. But Shane, all we've done so far is ask questions. We haven't prescribed anything to anyone or made any breakthroughs in any of their manic states or delusions. I feel like in some cases we're pushing them in a certain direction away from them. Like, what's his name? Bryce. I feel like we're pushing Bryce in the right direction. It's slow. It's slow, but I feel like we're getting him there. And I feel like we're getting to a break point with Claire, too, but I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. We're going to find out tomorrow, I suspect. It's going to be interesting. Getting a bit more used to it. Good deal, Dex. Glad to hear. And I should mention before, I don't think I ever mentioned it, but if you ever need anything or want anything as far as assistance in that, feel free to DM me on Discord. I am available. Hey, Shira, welcome in. You did come at the right time. Things are about to get creepy with Mariana right there. Alright, yeah, it is always good to not know that I'm going to get murdered there, Elena. You do have a point there. I will concede. Alright, let's get started, though. Mariana, how are you today?
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water?
Yes, I have some water.
I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Like you're having what?
Ask me something.
Like you're having withdrawal?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
Blood tests, you say?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency.
Fair.
I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. The sea, doctor. It's calling me.
Oh, jeez. Sharing good taste to your girlfriend right there? Yeah, no, siren, mermaid, something in that sort of vein right there. I'm wondering. I have my concerns. Dex! Don't do it, Dex. She's dangerous. Dangerous and creepy and spooky. The sea, Mariana?
I know nothing.
That's a terrible answer right there. Alright, check it
Dr.
again.
Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. The sea, doctor. It's calling me.
Oh, I can't be responsible for any Mariana-induced death, Dex. I'm warning you right now. The sea is calling you, you say?
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea.
That does sound crazy.
It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
You know, we've been talking mermaid and we've been talking siren, but has anyone mentioned Deep One yet? Should we talk about fish people? Lovecraftian fish people? Does that warrant a mention? Oh, Shira, you literalist. Alright, like a compass?
I know where the sea is. Wherever I am. I'm an Aquarius. Maybe this is a water bearer thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is, actually.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like...
Hey, there's Smooth George. I think that's the idea. I think they're here because they have the issues, and I'm supposed to help them with the issues. That's my understanding, anyway. Like an alarm, you say?
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Chemazepam? Are we bringing that back around to there as well? Ooh. She's got vitamin deficiency and needs vitamin C. Surprised nobody took that one. Oh no, you didn't take that one, Shira. Good though, I like that. So she hears the sea calling her. She hears the call. of Cthulhu? Where's this going? Alright, sleeping pills. What do you mean about that?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking? I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Suppose that would make sense, too. I don't know. I don't know how much we can trust Mariana at this point is what worries me. Mariana will guide our planets and Shane will steer the star. No, too soon? Thanks. Alright. Oh my god, C-Man. If I could play that on stream, I totally would. But since it's mic required, I heard it's a bit difficult to get working. Perhaps something to look into someday. Alright, so we asked about that. Let's ask about the ethanol in Dr. Dekker's system.
Don't know.
Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic?
I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Well, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Other things on his mind?
I don't know.
Nope, nothing there. Alright, well, so we need to ask you about the referral letters. Let's do that.
It's a referral letter, Doctor? Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
Everything that's been going on, you say?
Nope.
Nothing there. For a second, I thought you'd ask if Dr. Dekker was an alchemist. The Full Metal Alchemist? Or just, a generic one? The loan? No, we still need to ask about the loan as well. I also need to ask about Nathan's assertions that the police are looking for a redhead regarding missing people. Hey there, Viltrikin. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening? She doesn't look careful, LTG. Alright, so where do we start? Let's see if we can find anything about Nathan's assertions. Let's see, missing people?
Why are you asking me that?
Redhead.
That doesn't mean...
Nope. Can't get anything out of her there. Bodies?
No.
No, nothing there. Alright, so nothing about Nathan's assertions, unfortunately. So, let's ask about the loan.
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Distraction, you say? Oh, hey, we got a new note. Dr. Dekker's loan. I should take a look at the contract. Oh, we already definitely took a look at the loan agreement. And like I said, what jumped out at us here was... Let's see, where was the line? The lender also agrees to consider the loan repaid in full should they die or become subject to any power of attorney as long as this event occurs within the term of the agreement. So, in other words, if Dr. Dekker died, Mariana didn't need to pay back the loan. Which I'm sure is what the game's trying to get me to ask right there. Viltrikin, ooh, spooking your girlfriend by reading a horror story. Hopefully good spoops. Hopefully. Exciting things. Let's see, wait, did I miss something on there? Yeah, the lender agrees to consider the loan repaid. Right, so that's saying that, I mean, you know, for a legal agreement, I think that means that just from the, Dr. Dekker's side, you know. Obviously, the lender doesn't agree to anything if they're dead, but the lender's estate, I believe, at that point. I mean, obviously, you know, the lendee can't agree that the loan's repaid at any point because it's not their concern. Unless I'm misreading that. You know, it is tilted oddly right there. I suppose it could be just a little bit lower, but I don't see Dr. Dekker's signature on there. You're right. Odd as well. Hey there, Lulu. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Hopefully that wasn't any time recently. Alright, so... let's see if there's anything we can ask about that there. Let's see. Dr. Dekker didn't sign.
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did.
Anxiety?
Yeah, I'm anxious about being ill.
I'm still not liking that. And we got the answer, but, She waved at you, Shira. There you go. Nobody expects to die unless you have a terminal illness. Well, Dr. Dekker did apparently think someone was trying to murder him, so there's that. What else can we get out of that loan agreement
He
thing?
lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Oh, yeah, we never asked him about distraction then. Distraction.
Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
Alright, so we got that. Hey there, Trev. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening? I can't show a little leg on Twitch, unfortunately. It would be way too lewd. They'd ban me in an instant. Alright, so it looks like we got all the essential stuff out of there. So, anything else you want to tell us about Dr. Dekker today, Mariana?
I know nothing.
Nope, nothing about that. Let me see. We asked about the alcohol. We asked about the sleeping pills. We asked about the referral letters. Let's go back to the notes, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. We tried to ask about Nathan's assertion about the police. We couldn't get anything about it. I think that is it, though. Yeah, no, that's all we have in our notes for today about Mariana. Take one last look at the loan agreement, see if there's anything else shifty on there. I don't think there is. Aside from the signature and the whole death clause. Hang on a sec. Sorry, a little sneezy tonight as well. I mean, there was no interest in the loan. That's
I don't know.
a pretty good deal. Let's, ask her if Nishka survived in her playthrough. Let's get a hint real quick. See what I'm missing here. Oh yeah, we could go back to people following her. Have you been followed lately?
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
What happens to the people that follow Mariana? Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to know. But, you know... Nathan did mention something about missing people in bodies, so there's that. Gotta get some sleep, Dax. Alright, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for the host once again. So you have yourself a good rest, and I will see you around, my friend. Zero, welcome in as well. Sweet potato, that sounds like a nice dinner right there. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, so...
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, what happens to them, Mariana?
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
You mentioned that before, too. Sometimes they follow you home?
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on, I what? I rang your doorbell last night.
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
I mean, what do you mean my twin?
I don't know if I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
No, I don't have a twin.
I know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now.
What? What? Hey there, GE, welcome in. She said she doesn't remember anyone that follows her home. Well, she mentioned, I think what she said was she's never seen, once they follow her home, they pound on the door for a while and then they leave. And she never sees the same person twice, is what I'm remembering.
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
The game is fantastic, no clickbait needed. I know, I'm loving this game too. I'm absolutely loving this. I love this type of game too. Good mystery, very creepy. This is a horror game, I knew it. Chantry?
Ask me something.
Nope. No, I didn't ring your doorbell. No, there's nothing else there.
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
Why do you think I rang your doorbell?
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
It is a nice dress, Viltrigan, I will agree. Ask about last night. No, she's dangerous. I followed you. No. Gotta be something else in there, right? Something?
I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me,
I did not.
like the others.
No.
I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
I think she's obsessed with the beach. Yeah, let's ask her about the beach a bit, because I don't think we're going to get anything more out of that. I totally did not do that, though, chat. Didn't happen. Let's talk about the beach instead, Mariana.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh. Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Nope, no. I don't have that dream. Sorry, no, never happened. No, thank you.
It's horrific and beautiful at the same time.
Oh, that's it. That's all she had to say. Good deal. And yeah, Viltrikin, I have seen the actress. She's actually liked my tweets about Dr. Dekker so far, so I actually might get murdered by Mariana in real life. Remote possibility, but it could happen. First stage, denial. Oh, we've always been... We're heading headlong into morbid here, sure. This could get bad. Sounds like your dream zero. Oh, no. GE sounds totally normal. Sure. Alright, so... I think we got any new notes there. So... I think that means all we have to talk to right now is Jaya. And we do have a bunch of things to talk to her about. So... get down to it. Now, if you remember Jaya, we had that creepy dream about the night before, where she slapped the shit out of me and then went after me with some pliers. So that's unfortunate. Don't throw stuff at me, Jaya. Chill out. So we were saving her. We do have some extra stuff to ask her about too. So let's get to it then. How are you today, Jaya?
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
From work, you say?
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
I have actually noticed that. Do you notice we've never seen Dr. Dekker or heard Dr. Dekker so far? And now we find out why. It's not a coincidence. Dr. Dekker insisted he be removed for him. That explains why, for some of the tapes, like Dr. Alderby's tape, it's not one continuous tape. It does keep cutting like that. That's interesting. Let's see if we can follow that up. Removed.
Sorry.
No, let's see how we get the wording on that. Yeah, I'm suspicious of Jaya as well, Shira. She's one of my suspects, near the top of my list
I
now.
don't know if you know, but
Can we ask her a little bit more about Professor Alderby?
I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
Oh yeah, that book she mentioned before. Hey there, Hatsuke. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Oh man, congratulations on finishing it though, Trav. Let's see, book.
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself.
Yeah, I kind of get the pitch right there.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to...
Yeah, so let's ask about the video footage. You doing good, Hatsuke? Good to hear. Good to hear. Hopefully that continues. So why did he want the video footage is the thing?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
I noticed some past tense in there. How he viewed reality?
Interesting.
Yep. Back then.
You're getting closer.
Nope.
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought...
Alright, so what do you... Let's talk about how he says it's changeable.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind?
Right.
Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
I need to put the name of that book in my notes, because Jaya talks about it all the goddamn time. Jaya is obsessed with the book The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, which she got from Professor Alderby. Alright, good deal. So you remember the end to be quite easy, but when you played it in 2002, you leveled like a maniac. I remember that, you know, back when all of us had some more time on our hands, the time to just grind all day long. Oh, you got exams tomorrow. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you there, Hatsuke. Hopefully they go well for you. Alright,
Psychokinetics, remember?
What do we need to get out of here, then?
Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline...
That is an odd phrasing. What do you mean, battle with insanity?
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
Math, your worst subjects? Well, you know, everyone's got their strong subjects and their weak ones, but that doesn't mean you still can't, do good enough to get by, so I'll hope for it. Right, I need to ask her about her control over Dr. Dekker. Something tells me she's not going to be very forthcoming, but thank you, Viltrikin. I'll have to make sure to get to that. So you said there was a specific example in the book, Jaya. What was that?
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
Alright, so that's interesting. So going by Jaya's beliefs about all of this, that there is actual psychokinetic powers going on. You know, Jaya believes that there's two ways to cure the patient. Number one, convince them they're crazy and don't actually have any powers. Or number two, convince them you have powers that negate their powers, but that's dangerous because it could cause you to actually go nuts too. All right. Danger?
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
I'm familiar with that one, but that has to do with time travel for the most part. I'm wondering why that was his favorite. She knows a lot of conditioning. Well, she is the assistant at the clinic, so I suppose it makes sense that she'd know a lot about psychology and whatnot. Tell us about the grandfather paradox, Jaya.
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
Why was that his favorite paradox, though? Kind of odd. What kind of game is this? It's an adventure game. It's also a FMV game, which is why it has that live video. What we are trying to do is solve a murder while helping out some patients at a spooky psychiatric clinic. It's pretty cool. I enjoy mysteries a lot. Alright, so let's check those notes again. Let's see, how do I word this? Did you have control over Dr. Dekker?
It must be frustrating, always asking and getting nowhere. Are you frustrated, Doctor?
No, I'm not frustrated, particularly.
Okay, just checking.
Odd. Let's see, did not know that it was called the grandfather paradox. There's a similar paradox, sort of the grandfather paradox in reverse as well, Shira, called the free lunch paradox. The idea for that is if you go back in time and give Beethoven, a young, like teenage Beethoven, a book of all of Beethoven's symphonies and have him read it, and then he, pretends to invent the symphonies based off his book. The problem is then no one ever originally wrote the symphonies, which is a paradox in and of itself. The idea of there being no free lunch. You can't get or cut the creator out of the process. Very similar, but a little bit different since it deals with creation rather than destruction. Let's see. Feel like playing an MMO? Know any good ones? I would recommend the one that I've been playing every other Thursday, Hatsuki, the Secret World Legends. It's free to play on Steam right now. It's very fun. If you're unsure about it, I mean, it's free. You're not losing anything, but I'll be playing that next Thursday if you want to check out what it's all about. Time travel in itself is a paradox. It's tough to say. There's been different physicists that have different theories about whether time travel can be accomplished without paradox. I'm not sure. There's some, I believe Stephen Hawking believed that if time travel was possible, you could only travel forward in time, not backwards. I don't know, it certainly seems like traveling backwards would cause too many problems that, I don't know what the solution is, but that just because we don't know something doesn't mean it's impossible. Let's see, the paradox goes as small as if you moved a single atom, then boom, broken. It's true, it's true. Alright, well, I've got some VODs of it on YouTube if you want to check that out as well. Either way, Hatsuki. Or like I said, you can, it's free, so you're not losing too much by checking it out. Let's see, alright, what else do we have to ask Jaya about? Let's see if we can ask Jaya about that dream. You were in my dream last night.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
No. Can't ask her about that, unfortunately. What else have we got? Let's ask her about the referral letters.
If you couldn't see a pattern in the referral letters, there probably isn't one. It's just me. I can find a red rum in anything.
Let's see, what is Jaya talking about? I should come back later once I have the referral letters. I do have the referral letters. Anagrams.
I spotted that. All the solicitors' names are anagrams of each other. But why would someone need so many aliases to refer patients? I got a bit weirded out thinking it might be connected to Dr. Dekker's murder, so I just stopped thinking. Don't get me started.
Alright, so they were anagrams. She noticed that as well. That's interesting. That is technically a form of time travel, Zero. We are always going forward on the y-axis of time at a fixed rate. So that is, that's time travel. It's kind of time travel there, right there. Let's see. Yeah, Zero, you're basically an X-Men, is what we're saying right there. Alright, what else? We need to ask her about Dr. Dekker's mother, Sarah Dekker, because apparently she visited her in the hospital. Sarah Dekker.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Cancer treatment?
No,
You mean?
I don't.
Nope. He didn't do it.
I don't.
Asking for money?
I don't know.
Nothing out of there. Why did you visit Sarah Dekker? Nope, nothing else there. Not really time traveling on a plane, time traveling differently than they already were. Because time travel, going on a plane, a modern plane anyway, tends to go fast enough to actually, in a very, very, very minuscule, but still just barely measurable way. But you're basically traveling relativistically, and that can change your relation to time with everyone else. It's something to look into. Most people don't really notice it. Astronauts notice it because they're traveling even faster. So over the long term, an astronaut with a watch would notice it desyncing. It's an interesting thing. I love physics. Let's see.
If you couldn't see a pattern in the referral letters, there probably isn't one. It's just me. I can find a red.
Why'd you bring up red rum there?
It's murder, spelt backwards, you know? The Shining. All work and no play makes Dr. Dekker a dull boy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, it's a bit like an anagram.
Oh, so you could actually get her to say anagram if you follow that down. If for some reason you didn't notice the anagram thing already. Yeah, it's relativistic effects. Basically, someone who, like a business traveler who's on a plane like, 5 days a week, if they have an old mechanical watch, they'll notice it slowly falling out of sync over the course of years due to relativistic effects. It's minuscule, like I said. It's because the plane's not quite traveling enough to light speed to make it really stand out, but it is there.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Let's see, so Dr. Dekker told you he was adopted.
Interesting.
Nope. Alright, what else do we need to talk to her about? Oh god, I just noticed what appeared in my notes right here. Alright, touche, well played, game. No, it's not really time travel. It's a very subtle effect, but like I said, it's not something you notice unless you fly hundreds and hundreds of times, long distances over the course of years, and then all it is your watch is maybe like 1/10 of a second off. You know, so it's not anything, you know, super interesting. We're not talking like superpowers right here, but it's a, you know, it's an effective physics acting on you right there. Oh, nice little Shining reference right there, game. No, let's see, all work and no play makes Doctor a dull boy. Makes Dekker a dull boy, which I believe is in the actual, from The Shining. The typing over and over again started to deteriorate at some point, didn't it? Alright, so that's all the stuff I've got in my notes to discuss with her then. Let's talk about the autopsy then. Ethanol.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
Stress, you say?
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
Let's see. Jaya asked how I relax. I relax with food. Maybe alcohol also relaxes me. What else? What else? You know, Jaya mentioned she's a bookworm. Maybe I could mention that I read and see if that gets anything out of her right there. That's a possibility right there. I see, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Tell your stream to relax. I was just gonna mention video games right there. Tell her pliers relax you. I don't know if I want to give her the wrong idea. I remember I'm trying not to be murdered here, Chet. Let's see. I relax by reading books. Let's try that.
I don't know.
Nope. There's something there. It's an optional thing because there's a green asterisk right there, but there's something there we could say. You tell her you like pliers, you won't think they're an effective torture device. Here, let's mention that then. Pliers.
I could tell you.
Nope, nothing there. Reverse psychology, you're right. I like the odd tipple, to mirror her words there.
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Let's see. JS said Dr. Dekker kept a bottle in his desk drawer. Could someone have spiked it with the sleeping pills? Could someone have spiked Dr. Dekker's drink?
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would definitely seem to make sense. Alright, that's probably something I should have kept track of. Is I could double check that though. Yeah, let's go through and see if we can remember who said that they saw Dr. Dekker drink or not. So Bryce.
I remember Dr. Dekker would take a sneaky dram from a bottle.
Alright, so Bryce saw Dr. Dekker drink. Let's put this in the notes. Let's see. people who knew Dr. Dekker drinks. Bryce.
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him.
Not Claire.
Dr. Dekker drank a bit.
Elin knew. What else have we got here? Mariana.
That's not.
I don't remember how she pulled that out. Oh, she mentioned that she knew, but that she didn't think Dr. Dekker drank at work. I don't know. That one's borderline. Hey, I'm Handy. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow right there. I appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Oh, let's see. She just used a dust cleaner to clean glasses. A fine optics specialist, it's a terrible thing to do. Yeah, I don't think it would be all that effective anyway, but Jay is a bit of a weirdo if you notice pretty much all of her idle animations. And Nathan. Did Nathan say that he knew? I don't remember.
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink.
Alright. So, maybe Mariana? Alright. So, yeah, I'm going to make a note of all the... I'm going to start making note of evidence right here. And then as far as alibis... For solid alibis, we have Nathan and Elin. Nathan, Elin, maybe Mariana and Claire? Possible. I know where Claire, yeah, Claire was the one that said she was at church that night. Oh, no, sorry, not her. Bryce, maybe Bryce. Oh, we can't verify that necessarily. Welcome back, Lulu. How's everything going? Ooh, what'd you get? Anything tasty? Let's see, and then the other thing I want to make a note of is who had sleeping pills? Let's see, Elin... I mean, Bryce said he was in his midnight hour, but that would have been the murder happened before midnight. The body was discovered at 10:20 p.m. Could have happened up to an hour before that, so... Do I have VR? I do not have VR, but I would like to get into it at some point. I've tried PSVR and I really loved it. I haven't considered that it was multiple parties. That's true, Elena. I usually go into things like this assuming it's only one person just because it does complicate. It could be multiple people. We haven't had too many of the patients interact with each other clearly. I mean, Claire claims that she paid off Bryce, but Bryce says he doesn't know anything about it. Oh god, creepy smile. So there's that, and... I think they're pretty much the only people that ever spoke before the murder happened. So let me go back and ask everybody about the sleeping pills again, because I don't remember what anybody said. Mazepam. Oh, I got an achievement, probably for asking questions.
I don't know anything about sleeping pills. Why would I want any? I want to stay awake for my extra hour, not sleep through it.
Stay awake?
No.
Nope, nothing there. Let's see, so Bryce says he didn't. Who else did we talk to? Claire? Mazepam?
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me.
She says she hasn't. Elin. Mazepam.
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
So I think we haven't asked Jay about sleeping pills yet either. I think we're going to have to look into that a bit. Oh yeah, I've seen the mixed reality ones. Those look pretty cool, but the problem with the mixed reality is it's all about compatibility when it comes down to VR. So that's what's going to be the big thing for me, is what VR headset has the greatest level of compatibility and gives me the most games I can play with. And I think right now the Vive is probably the one with the most titles underneath it. But I'll have to look into that a bit more. I think the Butler did it. If I can find a Butler, gee, we'll go after him there. Alright, so as far as sleeping pills, Elin didn't say she didn't have sleeping pills. Let's see, Mariana. What did she say about it?
I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really.
So she says she hasn't. And then Nathan said...
Diazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol?
So Nathan definitely had sleeping pills as well. Alright. So sorry, I just need to take some time to write all those down, and then let's get back to Jaya. And pick up where we left off there. It was Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. Well, we already know the murder weapon was a paper spike, but otherwise probably was Colonel Mustard. I think you're going in the right direction there, Lulu. Oh, right.
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Let's see, fingerprints?
I don't know, Doc.
Never was good at Cluedo. I always find it weird that, it's just called Clue in the United States, but I know most of the rest of the world knows it as Cluedo. I don't know why it's called Cluedo. What is that name, Cluedo? Let's see, did we ask Jay about the temazepam? Let's do that.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
Huh, he forged his signature? Why?
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
To make sure that you couldn't?
He just wanted to feel safe, I guess. Once you get a prescription pad, it's your fault if it falls into the wrong hands. I suppose it does sound a bit overcautious, doesn't it?
Just a bit. I mean, it was his responsibility, that's true. Let's see, Jaya knew that he'd drink. Jaya cleans things. Ooh, she could have. So if we find the bottle and there's no fingerprints on it, that's suspicious in and of itself, it's true. It's like Play-Doh with but rule. Might be onto something there, Uncle Lulu. And also there's Uno, which is 1, which makes no sense since the goal is not to have anything. But you have to say Uno when you have only like 1 card or 1 turn left, or something like that. I don't know, I haven't played Uno since school. Alright, what else do we need to ask her about? We asked her about the alcohol, we asked her about the referral letters. There's something else here in the spiked drink.
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
The police?
I don't know about.
Have the police get fingerprints?
No.
Nope. Right, last card. That was it. That was it. Go ahead and get a hint. Oh, JS suggested getting the bottle tested for fingerprints. She was asking a question. Yes, get the bottle tested for fingerprints. Hell yes.
I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
Can do. Alright, and that was the last question we needed to ask Jaya as well. So we are done with the day, I think. Alright, Alright, let's move on to the next and final day, ladies and gentlemen.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
What? Wait, why is it all black and white? Why does Mariana look different? Who's he?
You know what I want. Focus.
Your problem?
Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people.
Kill people?
He wants them to follow me. To the sea. To the creature.
The creature?
It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out.
Oh god. It's going to walk again.
You're disappointing me.
The blackouts?
He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth.
The truth?
You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
Oh. A game, you say?
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty.
Murder.
The longer it takes for you to get to the bottom of this, the more people will die.
This just became a Saw movie. I think it's a horror game. It's been a horror game for a while. Cthulhu. Is she asking me who I think is guilty? Who do we think is guilty? Do we have a name for her, Chet? Have we decided who we think the murderer is? I don't know. Accuse her? Check my notes. See, I don't know. Mariana claims she didn't have sleeping pills. It wasn't clear if she knew that Dr. Dekker had a bottle in his desk either. Oh, you know who it is, Zero. Oh my goodness. Viltrican, I hope you can sleep it off too. I hope you feel better. I'll come and keep my fingers crossed for you, buddy. I see Claire has no alibi, and no half alibi either, but I'm still suspicious of Groundhog Guy. But for the murder of that guy, right, which is a totally different thing. Claire doesn't have an alibi, but Claire also didn't know that Dr. Dekker drank, or at least she claims she does, and Claire didn't have any sleeping pills either. The only people we knew for certain had sleeping pills were Elin and Nathan. But both of them are the ones that I had solid alibis for. And yeah, Bryce said he destroyed Evil as well. I think I want to say either Bryce or Mariana right here. Let's try Bryce. Let's try it. Guilty. Bryce.
Always the pretty ones that are the slowest.
Alright, so she doesn't seem to think Bryce is the guilty one. Mariana.
Let's concentrate.
Huh.
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty.
What does she want here? It's a madhouse! A madhouse! She didn't respond to Bryce or Mariana. Try innocent. Innocent.
Murderer.
Alright, so that was what she wanted. She wanted innocent. Interesting. She says murderer. Patient?
The longer it takes.
Bryce?
That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go.
Word association. She took Bryce. Oh, God. Oh, do I have to say it, don't I? That's what she wants me to say. I have to, don't I? I gotta. It's the only way.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Let's move on.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly.
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics.
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, doctor?
Act 5. Insanity, please.
Oh,
Hey, Jaya.
oh, doctor. You look. Huh. There's something I need to tell you.
Alright.
I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it.
That'd
Let
be
me know
bad.
if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Yeah, Emperor made it just in time for the 5th and final episode, so that's exciting. How are you doing today, Emperor? Oh, hey, Mariana. Hey, what's going on? Your Dekker's prescription pad is missing. I should ask the patients about it, and the death threats Nathan said were on there. Alright, so today is when we're talking about the prescription pad. It's good to know. Alright. Well, I suppose let's get this out of the way.
Gained the lead.
Emperor! Oh my goodness. 500 biddies for day 5, Emperor! Happy St. Patrick's Day, slightly late. Very much appreciated. I didn't mention it, but I'm a good half Irish. Hence the blonde streak in my beard. So yeah. Definitely a good day for me then, although I didn't wear any green today, I don't think. I got the Irish in me, that's the important part. Viltrican, yes! I've been waiting for somebody to get that. Yeah, whoever becomes the number 1 bit donator for each night gets the gain the lead. Because all I can remember from, my biggest thing for, one of my biggest memories from video gaming in college is just people playing Halo on Xbox and just hearing, gain the lead, lost the lead, gain the lead. All night, every weekend in the dorms. It was good times right there. It's gained the lead. It's in one of the multiplayer modes. The goal was you have like 5 minutes, and whoever has the most kills at the end wins. So you'd hear in there when you got to number 1, you'd hear gained the lead, and when you got knocked out, you hear lost the lead. She's wearing blue. Did you give her permission to go back to the sea? No, I told her not to go back to the sea. But she was kind of talking yesterday like she was going to start ignoring me on that, so there's that. Aren't you a little tall for a leprechaun? Hey, you never know. These webcams, I might have a very tiny chair and a very creative webcam setup. You never know. You never know. Halo was your childhood, gain the lead. Deathmatch, that was it. Always glad to have you here, Emperor. Always glad. Oh, you never played Halo? Yeah, I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't very popular in Japan, and I know some people just sort of avoided it because multiplayer FPSs weren't their thing. And they're never my thing either. I was terrible at Halo, but I was a mean Warthog driver. I'll tell you that much. So here's the question: should we start with Mariana or should we start with Jaya? Because Jaya said she had something to tell me about Mariana. Do we want to get that and then talk to Mariana? I think we might want to talk to Mariana Jaya first and get some ammo if we're going to go after Mariana. That might be nice. Your favorite is here. Gain the lead. Lost the lead. Gain the lead. Lost the lead. Betrayal. Betrayed. Suicide. Game over. They definitely could queue up a whole lot of things right there. Oh, still using a 486. I've never personally owned a Microsoft system myself, but when you're living in the dorms in college, you got access to pretty much anything out there. Oh my god, that is intense, Viltrican. Alright, yeah, let's start with Jaya. Let's start with Jaya and see what we can find out. Let's check the notes, too. Oh yeah, we already got that. Alright, right. Alright. Jaya, how are you today?
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
Hang on just a second. My fingerprints were on the bottle. My fingerprints were on the bottle. How is that possible? But I didn't know the bottle was there. Until, we already discussed not touching the bottle. But I didn't do it. Do I? No, I didn't even know Dr. Dekker. No, this is my character meeting all these characters for the first time. I think. Why? Wait, my fingerprints?
Are you stuck?
No, what? No, I didn't know Dr. Dekker.
Then why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. The infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched?
Roll credits.
I'm so worried.
Oh, no, I'm not a murderer. I didn't do it. I'm being framed. I'm being framed is what it is. Very simple doctor think. I'm being framed is what it is. Frame job. They did the thing. They said the thing. Oh, Let's go back to her statement.
I'm
What do we
worried
want?
about you.
Jaya, why are you worried about me?
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Hey, Hero, welcome in. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Could somebody give a shout out for Hero right there? I'd appreciate that. Not being framed. Nobody drew a portrait yet. Rim shot. So you got a new note. It sounds like Jaya might think I'm going insane. Yeah, she seems to think that, but I'm not. I'm the same old Shane. Nice and stable. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know how my fingerprints got on that bottle. I don't. No, G. No, it's fine. I don't need to silence her because she doesn't know anything. Just everything's good. Everything's fine. We're gonna keep investigating. We're gonna find this out. I mean, why would I steal the prescription pad when I already have my own prescription pad? Oh boy. No murder. No murder. Murder's bad. Emperor, congratulations on going bust. Vildrakin, my condolences on going bust.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Well, I'm bothered about Dr. Dekker's murder.
I don't know.
Nope.
Sorry.
Zero! Holy crap, nice all in there, Zero. Congratulations. What things are bothering? Honestly, the dreams.
Really?
Nope, let's see, the murder is bothering me.
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about.
She's right. My dreams are bothering me.
Should you be asking me that, Doc?
Nope. The Mariana is bothering me.
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? As she had most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it?
I don't know, seems too obvious. Right? I mean, that's just... it does seem too obvious, right, chat? Like, the games seem to be screaming me towards that, and I don't know if I dig that. That's a possibility too, bro. But I want to back away from that one as well. It's dangerous. So murder is bad. Murder is bad, but self-defense is oh so good, Shira. She is suspicious, though. Don't get me wrong. I just got a new note too. Jaya thinks Mariana's motive might be money. Let's see if I can bring up some other patients there too. Bryce is bothering me.
Your patience will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
Nothing there. Hero going to lurk? Alright. No worries. Always appreciate you stopping by. You enjoy your lurk and enjoys your rest whenever you get around to it. Our sound is broken. Sorry to hear that, Hatsuke. Let's see. Recall what Elena said once there was no need for Mariana to repay her loan. See, I don't know if I believe that. I mean, it specifies repayment. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a loan agreement. So even if it doesn't stipulate what the penalty could be, I mean, he could just sue her for repayment, I think. What else is bothering me? Earns enough money. JSZ, oh my goodness. I don't know, it says I could say something else. What else is bothering me, chat? What else is bugging me? Can I bring up any other patients? Elin is bothering me. Nope. Mariana, the game seems to be pointing me towards Mariana pretty well. I thought I mentioned dreams. I didn't have anything. My dreams are bothering me.
No.
Nope, she doesn't say anything to that, unfortunately. What else is bothering me? Is there any other patients that she responds to? Claire is bothering me. Nope. Nathan is bothering me. Literally no one else. You're bothering me.
Why do I bother you? Do you think I killed Dr. Dekker? You need to look deeper into your other patients. I can forgive a lot of things, but being falsely accused of murder, well, that's going to blemish your CV.
True. You're playing with the cushions is bothering me. The couch's color is bothering you. What? I think it's a nice color green. It wouldn't fit with any of my decor, but it's a nice looking couch. But yeah, my dreams are bothering me, but she doesn't want to talk about that, even though she showed up in one of my dreams. Yeah, you said that before, Hatsuki. I think you can stop repeating that now, thanks. Let's see, so... yeah, I think we asked about every patient there, so... I guess we could... we mentioned Dr. Dekker's murder as well, too. I don't think you could say work either, because that's... she already seems to have answered that. And Dr. Dekker is bothering me, he's haunting me from the dead. We still haven't seen or heard from Dr. Dekker. Hey, Blackrock Phantom, long time no see. How have you been? Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? There's no couch pieces left under the cushion. Keep lifting it. It's like that thing where you save multiple times consecutively in a game, because as soon as you hit save, you're like, wait, did I just save? I better save again just in case. I'm pretty sure I looked under the couch for couch pizza, but I should check again just to be safe. Want that couch pizza? Been good. Good to hear, Blackrock Phantom. Good to hear. So yeah, worried is still highlighted, so it's still... I think I could ask for anything else. The bottle... the fingerprints. The fingerprints are bothering me.
I think you know what I'm going to say.
Nope. The bottle is bothering me.
I don't.
The prescription pad is bothering me.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
Alright, there we go. That's something, at least. It's something. Feel like you need to yawn a million times. Oh no, if you're getting tired, feel free to turn in, Viltrikin. Although, if you're excited about the ending, I can understand that as well. Yeah, we're talking about that. Only about half of the patients aren't wearing shoes, and I think that's just because I've heard in a lot of psychiatrist office they tell the patients to feel free to take off their shoes if they want to feel more comfortable. That's a big important thing there. I think you know what I'm going to say. Oh, let's see. Let's see, has the prescription pad turned up? Nope.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
We might have to come back to her and talk about that later, I think. We'll see. So there still can be something worrying us. The temazepam is bothering me.
That's not really relevant.
Yeah, it is relevant, I think, unfortunately. I'm gonna really dig through the notes and see if there's anything else. Anything else in particular? I don't know, we asked about the different patients, so I don't think that's the thing. Say that you're not bothered. Oh, you know, that's the thing, Official G. Nothing is bothering me.
For a grief counsellor, you're asking some pretty random questions. Suffice to say...
Nope. I already brought up Bryce, so I don't think she wants to talk about any of the individual patients. I don't know, I think we might want to come back to Jaya later. Is there anything else we need to talk to Jaya? Anything to tell me about Dr. Dekker today?
No.
No, nothing about that. We already asked about the prescription pad as well. Do you think I'm going insane?
Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
You better not let me go crazy, Jaya. I'm counting on you. Let's see. Won't let me go crazy?
Holiday, perhaps? Some R&R? I suppose you were thinking something darker?
Something darker?
I don't...
That's weird. What on earth does that mean? Alright, good luck with the studying, Hatsuki. Take care of yourself. Blackrock. The story about Plagius the Wise. But he's so wise, Shira. So very wise. Let's see, what else? Oh, ask her about the death threats. Death threats.
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
What? No, that's not how I like it.
Really? That's...
Dang it. Coffee?
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
Well, that's a bit of a game changer right there. Could it have just been Mariana? Is it that simple? What about that footage you won't show me, though?
I don't know.
No, she's not going to do it. We have Blackrock Phantom. All of Dr. Dekker's patients in this game at the psychiatric clinic believe that they have supernatural powers. We're not sure yet whether they actually do, but they believe they do. And their former psychiatrist who's been murdered, Dr. Dekker, believed that they did as well. Look at that again, see if we can find some clues in there.
I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients.
So what do you mean by special patients there?
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So he made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient.
I mean, there's certainly a lot of motive going around the office. I think everybody can agree on that. Talk about setting a heck of a flag, right, Emperor? This is getting pretty intense right here. Is Dr. Dekker rogue? I think he would like to be rogue, that's for sure. So this place is Arkham Asylum. possibly the origin of Arkham Asylum right here. Alright, I think we've asked Jaya everything we have to ask her right now. So let's go talk to some other patients for the moment then. I'm gonna save Mariana for last, though. I'm not real eager to talk to Claire either, after, you know, what we talked to her about yesterday. But we'll get to her. Let's see, how would seeing the footage affect you? I think maybe she's worried that it will influence me towards one patient or another. Although she could be talking about something supernatural, it's hard to say. See if I can ask about that. How would the footage affect me?
I think you know what.
How would the footage influence me?
Should you be asking?
Nope. Nothing to ask there. Like the flame? What flame? Sure, I don't remember seeing a flame. What? Flame? Something out of flame? Oh, right. The face shift. I don't recall that either. What are we talking about here? Little girl appearing in the corner of the screen? I'm not sure. I'm not ringing any bells. Nope, sorry. No, I'm not bringing anything to mind. Bryce, my friend, how are you today?
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
All right. Bryce is a little unhinged at the moment. Let's deal with this. What do you mean you're doomed, Bryce?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker.
I'm sorry, what?
It's been taunting me.
Hang on. What you did with Dr. Dekker? I'm gonna need some more elaboration on that.
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
Well, Bryce, did you kill Dr. Dekker?
I took his body. It was me.
What?
I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
Alright, so Bryce isn't claiming that he did the murder, but he did steal the body. Help that poor cursed soul, Shane. I'm trying, Ivanovich, I'm trying. And how are you doing this evening? Good to see you. What do you mean the body disappeared, Bryce?
If only he'd been cremated like you will be.
What?
I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Could have been someone else. Oh, right! I'm like, why did he say I'll be cremated? I remember earlier in a different episode, he asked if I wanted to be buried or cremated, and I said I wanted to be cremated. So that's not necessarily super creepy. Just kinda creepy. Oh boy. Why he said bloody disappear when you cremate them? It's the whole premise of the same thing. Literalist. Ice block has cooled you down. Good deal, Viltrian. Hopefully that's helping you feel better at least a little bit. Dr. Dekker had his body snatched or he faked his own death. I mean, the police seem to confirm his death after he was stabbed in the heart. Seems like it would be awfully hard to fake your death after that. Nothing creepy here. Got a wild theory, share it. Let's hear the wild theories. I'm all for it. This is not the work of Play Just the Wise. Let's see, what else was there in
If
there?
only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before.
Alright, you moved his body there. Let's talk a little bit about that.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
He does make an interesting point there. That's what I was thinking. If the lock was just broken and the door is open, that would leave a couple of possibilities, but why would they lock up again? What entity was he following back there in the first place? Blackrock Phantom, his deal, Bryce's deal is that he believes that every night at midnight, the world freezes for an hour, and he gets an extra 25th hour that no one else gets. Well, recently he's seen a mysterious hooded figure following him around in the frozen world of the midnight hour. That's the one he's referring to that led him back to the clinic. Let's see, Shira, maybe Jaya is the one shrinking you, and she's actually sitting behind you the whole time while you react to every one of your identities. But they don't have a confession yet, so they need Jaya to get you to confess. Ooh, so sort of a stories untold type situation right there. All of this is in our head. That would be interesting. That would explain a little bit about Jaya, but I'm not sure. I'll keep that in mind, though. Yeah, Persona 4, someone else made that comparison as well, Blackrock Phantom. I like the idea that Bryce is a living, breathing anime character. That's my headcanon for right there. All the effort just to confuse or drive that guy mad, right? In other words, the doctor might be shrinking. No! Alright,
If only he'd been cremated.
what else
like
is
you
there
would
in
be.
here that we can jump on?
I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
I don't know, how did Dekker do that?
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
What do you think, Chet? I mean, ooh, this one's a tough one. Catch up on Chet in the meantime. There was a 90s movie about shrinking people. I think I know the one you're talking about, Zero. Private tool shed. Bryce is the gravedigger at the local church, so that's not entirely weird. Let's see, what if somebody else teleported in and out and took the body? Bryce is the only one that claims to have teleportational abilities, but we did hear Jaya say earlier that Dr. Dekker wanted to mimic all of the patient's abilities. So there is that. Check with the other patients first. Yeah, I don't think I want to answer that just yet. Yeah, let's bail on that and then we'll come back. Probably he did it as a sleepwalker? I guess we don't know for certain that Bryce has been sleepwalking, but then again, who does know that they're sleepwalking most of the time, right? Those jump scares, Zero, there is that. So let's ask him real quick. Bryce, what do you know about Dr. Dekker's prescription pad?
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
Wait. It says we just finished with Bryce. So I guess we don't need to answer the question about Dr. Dekker necessarily? That's really weird. Huh. Well, I'm going to ask him about the death threats real quick. See if he knows anything about that.
Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
I don't actually know what the death threats are necessarily. But yeah, Bryce is done. Interesting. Let's hold off on Claire for right now. Kind of like Bryce. He's kind of a creeper, Shira, but I'm really hoping we can get him better. I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Dekker never died. Dekker lives in his patients' minds. That is a little creepy. Why did he care about Dekker so much? Well, these were all Dekker's former patients, and he seems to have gotten to them a lot. Got inside their heads and not in a good way. So there is that. But if Bryce is done, let's pop over to Elin. See what she has to say today. How are you today, Elin?
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Oh, good! The lady who maybe poisons people made me cookies! Yay, cookies! I'm not hungry right now, Elin. I'm not. I'm just I'm on a bit of a diet. Absolutely no cookies at any time. Diet. I can't. Oh, it's no. They're bad cookie syrup, maybe poison. Possibly. Why do you want me to eat the cookies? So Elin, for those that are just catching up, Elin works as a nurse at a nursing home, and Elin is possibly an angel of death who may be poisoning her patients to kill them. And also, maybe she killed her coworker? Because maybe she's gone too? Incidentally, before let's put that out for a bit, how is your coworker Terry anyway?
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, of course. No, nothing about Terry today, right? Oh boy. Sure just wants me to be dead. I don't want me to be dead. Ask her if she's a poisoner. We asked her about that before, and she's like, oh no. No, it's not me. Politeness is above living. I know people that would agree with you there, Blackrock. Cookies?
The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep. You look like you need it.
Herbalist magic! Give us some pep! I don't want to die, chat. Don't make me die. I'd rather not. It's not like she wants you to die or anything, Baka. I have my doubts, LTG. She's a Sith. The dark side is cookies, eat them. Do it. Oh. Pep is short for Pepsi. Don't take food from an angel of death. Alright, you know what? We're gonna need to put this to a vote. Vote 1 if I should take the cookies. Vote 2 if I should not take the cookies and run the hell away. Go ahead and vote in chat now. I want to see this. 1 for yes cookies, 2 for no cookies. Because I'm seeing some different responses in chat. Oh, why are there so many yes cookies? Why are there so many yes cookies? Chat does want to kill Shane. Oh, good, we're tied. Oh, no, we've got 4 for yes cookies. I don't want to die, chat. We've come so far. Oh. Oh, God. All right, that's definitely 4 1s and 3 2s. Oh. Thank you for the cookies.
You're very welcome.
That smile.
I'm good.
What else do we say to her?
Last session.
Oh yeah, why were you feeling so negative last time?
I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Oh hey, your new boyfriend Max. Let's talk about him a bit.
I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before?
Yeah, we talked. Yes, you mentioned him before.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
Well, this is 10 times of weird right here. Okay. So you're pretending to be old man's ex-sweetheart and dating him for the that's weird. This is what quick saves are for, LTG. There's no saves in here. I can't scum. Check with the other patients too. I mean, we're still following this out. We got a little bit here, but we'll see what else. Guess you can't actually eat them. I hope not. If we're gonna die, death by chocolate chips does not sound bad. Yeah, I can think of worse ways to die, certainly. Faking it so much now. Because this was filmed in England, I suppose that would answer why. You'll know. Oh no. She is a little weird. Give the cookies to Mariana. No murdering, Zero. We're helping, not murdering. Oh my god, alright. Let's follow this out.
But you don't know the whole story.
Oh, I wish I did know the whole story.
It's 77.
God damn it.
He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old, sweet...
So, tell me more about this sweetheart that you're apparently pretending to be for the old man now.
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it?
That you're in love with an old man and pretending to be his. Oh. No, nothing about this is sweet. This is crazy, crazy weird. Give one to everyone, no murder. Ask her about her father. That is one rabbit hole I'm not sure I have time to go down about a witch. Oh, ask her one of the cookies back. She's still holding the cookies right there. Do you want a cookie?
I'm not sure.
No, I can't ask her about that. Are you questioning true love? Love? No. Truth. I'm having trouble with now, Shira. That's what I'm questioning.
Eleanor, her name was. Or
Alright, so, Eleanor, do you know anything about her?
I don't.
Oh, no, I misspelled it, didn't
Eleanor,
I?
her name was.
Yeah, I always misspell that.
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me, but he said he just wanted to have one more date with her and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
Right. So that date, the date that she was on Valentine's Day, her alibi, as a matter of fact, she was at a restaurant at the pier with the old dude. That's weird. It's weird. I can't handle the truth. I don't know if I can. LTG, I don't know. 0. Well, good luck for them, I suppose. Oh, man. That conversation.
The I don't sleep with 77-year-old men conversation, of course.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. Truth about this woman should be buried deep in a scary forest. Agreed?
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me, but he said he just wanted to have one.
Did he ask you again?
Sorry, Doctor, I'm trying.
Can you tell me anything more about the dinner? Nope. Is the old dude still alive? Yeah, she shifted and then went on the date shifted. LTG. Did she give him cookies? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's ask her about the things we need to ask everybody about. How did he get better? She didn't mention how he got better. That's a strange thing. I mean, we still have worries about her being an angel of death, though, so there is that. Do you know anything about the prescription pad, Elin?
What about the prescription pad?
Do you know who took the prescription pad?
Yes, I took it. I had to.
You had to?
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
And, wow, that finishes Elin for the day. Your gift?
Sorry, I don't...
Nope. Where is the prescription pad?
What about the prescription pad?
Dang it. Alright, let me ask if she knows anything about the death threats.
Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. He never said anything to me about it.
Alright, well, we have, solved that mystery. As a matter of fact, let's go mention that to Jaya. Elin took the prescription pad. Nope, that's weird that I can't bring that up. Alright. I guess we're moving on to the not Claire. Let's go talk to Nathan. Mr. Groundhog Day right here. Hey, Nathan. Hey, buddy. How are you today?
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're gonna have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though?
Sure. What do you mean about hypnotism?
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
Alright, what's the key word?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back, I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
Do we want to try putting Nathan to sleep? Because I do know the names of all the planets, so we could try that. Is a thing. Are we talking to them from one to the other? We're not actually 100% sure there. Like, Jay actually mentioned it as if it was weird, so that's a good question right there. Oh yeah, I heard Mob Psycho was very popular LTG, so I'm not entirely surprised by that. Yeah, I think it's, I think we're just sort of seeing the different sessions and the fact that they're out of order is maybe a game mechanic? It could be, or maybe it's something else. Sure, Venus.
I don't want it to be triggered.
That's fair, honestly. I mean, we should probably ask him everything else we need to ask him, just to get that out of the way.
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker.
Who killed Dr. Dekker, since you seem to think I know?
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I'd look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant.
Wait, Jaya?
I can't tell you anything about that.
That's not the first time Nathan seemed to say that I should be looking at Jaya. Keep trying until it happens. I will later, Blackrock, but I want to make sure I can get all the answers I can out of him first. Because if he falls asleep and I can't talk to him after that, that would actually be pretty disappointing. So that's interesting. I don't know. What do you think, Chad? Do you think Jay is still a possibility? Let's see. Let's ask him about the death threats.
What are you trying to get me to say? I don't know anything about that.
I think he might have been the one that originally brought that up. I don't think I'm literally in handcuffs, but I guess I've never seen my hands in game, so anything's possible. Anything else to mention about Dr. Dekker today?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Nope. Who else do we need to talk to him about? Let's see, your father.
No.
Nope, nothing about him. Loop Day?
I don't think I know about that.
Nope. BRB, don't progress the game while I'm not here. Alright, no worries. Let us know when you're... No. We gotta wait. Nope. time must march on. I don't think we have anything else we need to ask him about today. I'm going to ask about Mariana again, because he was mentioning about going on a date with her.
Things have been interesting,
Oh, God.
thanks to Mariana.
Oh, God. Nathan, can you please define interesting for the class?
We went on a date. What sort of? She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
Plot twist, you're the murderer, and they are all the therapists trying to find out why you killed all of them. All of them. That's a new theory. Was anything's possible? I mean, honestly, no. No, I don't think Mariana likes you.
So what you're trying to say is that Mariana is just using me and has no interest in me romantically whatsoever. Thanks. That helps my self-esteem.
I'm just trying to warn you here, dude. I'm a little worried for you. I'm concerned for your well-being, Nathan. Sure, I can dance if I want to. I can leave my friends behind. But if my friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, I mean, they're no friends of mine. Just want to throw that out there. I think he knows Mariana's not my wife. Let's see, he mentioned every night.
I don't know.
How often has he watched Mariana dancing? Dancing?
Do you ask all your patients that? Or just the pretty ones?
Just the pretty ones.
You ask a lot of good questions. We went on a date. What sort of? She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana.
Let's see, the bar?
I've got nothing.
He texted you.
Question after question.
Nope. Not getting anything out of that. See, the day moved forward. Nope, doesn't bring up anything right there. Alright, I think it's time. Let's see if we can guess that keyword. Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying?
Sorry, I just wanted to test. See if Mercury... No. Saturn? Ethan? 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 What just happened? What was that? That wasn't falling asleep. That definitely wasn't falling asleep right there. You just went into a trance.
So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
What haven't you been telling me?
It's about time travel.
Alright, what about time travel?
I read a book about time travel.
Cool.
I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel.
Right.
I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS,
Lame.
and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
Once?
The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital. Because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed.
Things had changed, you say?
Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
Well, talking about time travel, David Tennant is the best doctor. That's a good way to start an argument right there, Drav. Sleepwalking or faking? I suppose faking is a possibility. Can you tell me anything more about her family?
No.
No. That's interesting. We haven't finished with Nathan yet, have we? I don't know what else we have to talk to him about. Whoa! What? Hang on! Whoa! Hey Nathan. Can you tell me anything about Molly? I want to talk to her about it. I'll talk about her again. No reason. Just can we talk about her?
Question after
No. Of course he doesn't. He doesn't want to talk about her. The little girl.
You ask a lot of good questions, Doctor. But that one's a...
Oh yeah, sure. Act normal. That's fine. I'm just gonna take a deep breath. Nothing's wrong. Everything's good. Anything else about the truck driver?
I can't tell you anything about...
Oh, nothing about that. Nothing about that. We're gonna come back to Bryce. Or Nathan, we're gonna come back to him later. Which means, I'm not really doing a good job at calming myself down here, but, let's go talk to Claire. Oh, this is not gonna be a fun conversation. There's something spooky on screen, Blackrock. If you didn't see it, you're a lucky man. Oh yeah, if you were looking away, something very spooky happened on screen. Oh man. Alright, Hey Claire. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I killed David.
Oh,
Again.
did you?
Like you told me to.
Right. Like we told you to. Tell us about David.
I need your expertise, Doctor. Not your best guess.
You killed David? Is what you're saying?
With an axe.
Oh!
I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, it was smiling.
Oh,
Probably a muscle spasm.
probably. Yeah, David is her husband who she murdered with a steak knife and then believes that she brought back as some sort of zombie? Increasingly violent zombie? And she's like, hey Shane, should I murder my zombie husband? And I'm like, killing zombies isn't a bad thing, so... Oh. Let's see. With an axe, you say?
Focus, Doctor.
Nope. Smiling?
Try harder.
No. He trusted you.
Surely that isn't what...
No. Just came back and we found the killer. Maybe. I mean, she definitely killed her husband twice. She's a necromancer, right, Zero? A necromancer. And so now we should start investigation that Shane tells other people to go out and kill other people. Zombies aren't people. Zombies aren't people. What is dead may never die. I hope he's dead this time, Elena. John always with the perfect emote combos. Uranus. Anybody fall asleep? Everybody still here? Real good? Oh. Alright. So, oh, wait, she was carrying a steak knife right there. Did you guys see that?
That isn't important right now. Can we focus?
She completely, totally had a steak knife right there. Like the one she killed her husband the first time with. Wow. Oh. What about Anushka, the little girl?
No, Doctor.
The little girl.
Anushka's fine, I would imagine. Her father came over to talk about the missing cat. It would have been an easier conversation had I not been splattered in blood and sweating like a milkmaid.
Jesus. What about her father then? Can we talk about that a little bit more?
It seemed like he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up. I suspect I've got away with it, at least this second time. Now all that's left is for you to write up my diagnosis.
Your diagnosis. You want me to write up?
That I'm not sound of mind. That I wasn't sound of mind when I killed David. It's up to you whether you want to mention any of our other conversations. I'm happy either way.
She wants me to write a piece of paper saying that she's nuts. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that right there. Not even a steak knife. Thing's a freaking machete. Halfway there, anyway. Oh, I saw it too, Blackrock. What in the hell? She knows steak knives are delicious. No knives! No knives! New chat rule, no knives. She wants you to lower her sentence. I mean, do we think she's not crazy? Come on, somebody in chat tell me. Look me in the eye, chat, and tell me that you think Claire is in her right mind. I won't believe you, because I'm pretty sure she's nuts. Other conversations?
I don't know anything.
No. I guess she could be pretending, Elena, but she's a damn good pretender if that's the case. I don't know. Before I'd believe that Claire is some sort of mob wife-esque criminal genius, I kind of want to believe that she's out of her mind. Ah, that knife. look us in the eye and tell you didn't see a little girl. I didn't see... I don't know which time. I'm pretty sure there was... I got things to do, Shira. Alright, hey, another topic, Claire. Do you know anything about death threats to Dr. Dekker?
I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write any death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor?
I don't know. I don't think anybody is trying to frame her. Nobody's really accused Claire of anything that I can think of. No, now that we know Claire has murdered her husband twice, I don't really want to set her after anybody. If we can avoid it, what the... David tries to frame her. Well, we don't have to worry about David framing her anymore, now that he's double dead. So I think that's a self-solving problem. Oh. Anything else you want to tell me about Dr. Dekker today, Claire?
Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met.
What was the offer? Did you say what offer?
Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him.
What?
He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
Claire! Claire! Did you reanimate Dr. Dekker?
He called me on Valentine's night.
Oh, God.
He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
You forgot to turn up?
That's not relevant here.
Oh, good, good. She's not going to say anything else. All right. So Claire's claiming that Dr. Dekker called her on Valentine's night, but then she never showed up to reanimate him. But wait, hang on. Bryce claims that Claire bribed... No. Oh, so Bryce was lying. Bryce originally said that Claire bribed him to steal Dr. Dekker's body, but then Bryce later claimed that Dr. Dekker was locked in his tool shed, so Bryce was trying to frame Claire. No, sure. Let's mention that. Bryce was trying to frame you.
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
Doesn't say anything. Welcome back, Emperor. Hope the phone call went alright. She can bring people back to life. She claims she can bring people back to life, although she's only done it once with her husband. So she claims that she didn't bring Dr. Dekker back to life, but that doesn't really answer the whole issue of where Dr. Dekker went now. So Bryce is the main suspect now? I don't know. Bryce is a suspect still. It's hard to tell. Everybody's got some secrets here. I'm curious what you think, chat. Who's the number one suspect in your minds? I would like to know. Bryce is up there, though. Let's see. Emperor, thank you for the bits. Bribes people for information. We talked to Nathan a little bit, and Nathan, it turns out, had been hypnotized by Dr. Dekker, even though he thought he didn't. When he hears the code word Saturn, he goes into some trance and goes off and does something. We don't know what yet, though. And also Claire killed her husband again, her possible zombie husband. And now it told us about her deal with Dr. Dekker, whereupon Dr. Dekker wanted her to reanimate him. Talked about the bribing policy before. Bribes, welcome. Bring them in. But yes, thank you for the bits, Emperor. I appreciate that. Alright, so... let's see, Bryce theoretically could have got sleeping pills, I think. Bryce knew that Dr. Dekker drank, and Bryce's alibi is weak, but, you know, kind of there. Oh yeah, you probably just missed me explaining everything you missed, Emperor. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So if Nathan can time travel, why didn't he go back in time to rescue Dekker? Nathan says he's only actually time traveled once, and he isn't 100% sure how he did it. So I'm not sure if he can do it again. Skipped forward 20 seconds. Yeah, that's probably most of it, unfortunately. And I'm not sure anyone here actually wanted to rescue Dr. Dekker. Pretty much everybody here was pretty okay with him dying. Because they all had things against him. Ugh.
I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write him death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor?
No one is trying to frame you.
I don't know anything about...
Nope, nothing there. The name of the guy who pretended to be a patient and came to see the Dr. Dekker? Is that Dr. Abernathy? I think that's the one you're talking. Professor Abernathy. How can she call Dr. Dekker when he was already dead in the coffin? No, Dr. Dekker called her shortly before his death. Which, almost like he knew he was going to die. How is that possible? Yeah, I thought I typed that in there and it didn't do anything. Bryce is trying to frame you.
Surely that isn't what you...
No, it doesn't get anything right now. That makes me wonder if someone else is trying to frame her. I haven't picked up on it. Elin did say that she thinks Claire's creepy, but I think that's the only other person who's referred to Claire that I can think of. Frame is trying to Bryce you. Alright, I don't think we had anything else to talk about to her right now. Trying to frame is Bryce you. Well, for right now, let's leave her and let's go talk to Mariana. Hey, Mariana. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
Alright. No blackouts is a good thing. I'm happy about that. That's a good thing. Yeah, he did mention before, Blackrock, that Dr. Dekker believed one of his patients was trying to kill him, so I suppose that would make sense that he'd put a plan into place, but to know he was gonna die Valentine's night, that's a little shifty right there. You okay there, Mariana? No blackouts though, you say?
Like I said, I've been fine.
Keep using that word fine.
I've done lots of dancing, lots of clubbing, lots of socializing.
Which is all very healthy, assuming that she's not a siren and luring people into the ocean to kill them for her dark tentacly god. There's that. Is the thing. Tell us a little bit about the beach. The sea, then.
No, I've not been thirsty. Not since I went back to the sea.
Oh. Cthulhu Fatagan, Emperor Cthulhu Fatagan is the proper salutation, I believe. All right, Mariana, can we talk a little bit about your loan?
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back and I didn't have it.
Ooh, that's interesting. So she's claiming Dr. Dekker demanded the money back, and Mariana, of course, wouldn't have had the money to pay it back. Seriously, it seems way too obvious, but a lot of things seem to be pointing at Mariana here. Do you think it's an elaborate plan from the professor? He tests doctors in his clinic, sees if they can gain psychokinetic abilities that allow him to control special patients to do his bidding, and you are his next subject. That actually makes a lot of sense, Zero. Unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to talk to the good Professor Abernathy. I still think it's weird that Jaya talked about his theories in the past tense. I wonder what that means. If you want to split hairs, Emperor, which I do. So Dr. Dekker diagnosed you as sane.
Dr. Dekker was a hack. You're special. You're good at your job. You know I have problems.
Problems?
You'll have to ask me.
Special?
I don't know about.
A hack, you say?
There are similarities, but you're not the dead doctor. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I am feeling okay, thank you.
I've got nothing to.
Oh, boy. Special. Yeah.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back.
Alright, so Dr. Dekker, he asked for his money back. Let's talk about what happened after that.
Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out.
I'm sorry, what?
I owe her the money now.
Whoa, hang on. She's claiming that Claire bought the loan off of Dr. Dekker? Claire, did you buy Mariana's loan?
I don't really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it. But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything more than interest.
All right. But if that's the case, then that basically takes away Mariana's motive for killing Dr. Dekker, as far as the money goes anyway. Because Dr. Dekker didn't have the loan, killing him wouldn't forgive the loan anymore. Interesting. Alright.
Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker.
Let's talk about that a little bit more, Mariana. You transferred the loan?
I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her.
And Claire confirmed it. Claire is the owner of the loan now. Interesting. I mean, that's not to say that Mariana didn't have a reason to kill Dr. Dekker. Number one, Dr. Dekker was still declaring her sane, which would have made it difficult to get any actual help if she believed she needed help. And number two, Dr. Dekker was doing house calls that didn't sound, real healthy for anybody involved, so she might still have a motive. I want to stress that much. Do you know anything about the death threats, Mariana?
I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
Oh, that's a little creepy. Something else occurs to me as well, chat. So we know now that Dr. Dekker, or allegedly Dr. Dekker, called Claire on the day he was killed, tell Claire, I'm going to be dead tonight, come in and resurrect me. But there's another thing too. Dr. Dekker also called Nathan on the night of his murder, but Nathan didn't pick up the call, so we don't know why. Can we ask Nathan about that? The call?
I don't think I know about that.
No. Valentine's?
I don't know.
Nope, nothing we can ask about him there. Dr. Dekker had a favor for gingers. Can't blame him. It's true. Bruh. Yeah, I mean, people do seem to disappear around Mariana. That's strange. You have anything else to talk to her about today? I don't think we do for the moment. We're going to talk to her about the beach. Has anyone been following you?
I don't know.
Nathan thinks you went on a date. Can you tell me anything about that?
I don't have anything to say about that.
Dancing? Nope. Clubs. Bars.
Nope.
Nothing. Can you tell me anything about Cthulhu? You a fan of literature, Mariana?
That's not something I know about.
Nope. Saturn.
I don't have an answer.
Nope, doesn't work on her at least. Good thinking though, Blackrock. I've seen through Mariana's ruse. I've met many like her, weak men following a mermaid just to be eaten alive. You've known many men who've been eaten by mermaids, Zero? You live a strange life then, my friend. Ask her about the deep dark seas. I don't know if I want to hear the answer. Shira, she's got good taste. I like that. Is there anything else we need to talk to her about? I don't think so. Can you tell Jaya about the financial thing? Claire bought Mariana's loan. Nope, doesn't bring up anything. Alright, let's start sealing the deal here then, folks. Start using some hints and see if we can start moving towards the ending here. I guess I could try saying that. Nathan is in love with you.
Nope.
I guess there is one other thing we need to mention about Mariana. You were in my dream.
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
You don't dream, you say?
Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I?
Yeah, about the undersea thing.
Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
Oh, you don't dream about horrors underneath the ocean? What do you mean, the truth?
The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor, or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours, and people follow me, even if it's the last thing they do.
Oh! That truth. Right. Right. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Unstoppable Emperor. Beautiful. Seal the deal. Yeah, she seems like a possible servant of Cthulhu here. Fish person John Big Booty. A little worried about that. We're gonna come back to that. Claire, what do we need to talk about Claire about next? Guess I could ask you about the prescription pad, except we already knew where that went, so I wasn't asking anybody else about it.
I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away to stop people stealing it.
Right. Oh, that was the last thing we need to talk to Claire about. Alright, fair enough. Can we ask Nathan about it? Prescription pad?
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
I hadn't considered that. We never actually got to see the death threats. No one ever got to see the death threats. Except Nathan, apparently. But Elin took the prescription pad so that we couldn't really look into that at all. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Oh yeah, the necklace. Emperor, that was kind of a dead giveaway. I probably should have looked at that. Oh, we can catch a lot of fish. What else can we talk to Nathan about then? I need another 14 seconds there. So ask Mariana about the prescription pad.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
Well, I think Elin knew. Jaya definitely knew. So there is that. Oh, we're getting real near the end of things, chat. Not too much time. Emperor. Guilty. No, that was good. Good thinking about, I hadn't thought about the prescription pad from that angle, Ivanovich, so I think that's actually pretty interesting. And hey, Kais, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Oh yeah, I guess we can bring up Hannah to Nathan. You been thinking about Hannah recently, Nathan?
I'm at peace with Hannah now.
Really?
I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
Sorry, Nathan. Nathan, clearly I'm taking notes. Alright, that's pretty funny. I like that. Fairly sure we're all guilty of admiring the Cthulhu necklace. Fair enough. Headache hype. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kais. I hate those. Hopefully it's short-lived. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Clearly I'm taking notes. I love that. Alright, so Nathan and Mariana both, it says we can follow up on their
His prescription pad's missing.
pad statements, so let's look into that.
The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
Let's see. Cover their tracks?
I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
Well, that's the last thing Nathan had to say right there, so Nathan's betting that Elin's the one that did it, since Elin's already confessed to taking the prescription pad. Interesting. And Elin did want to give us those cookies today, but I don't think I ate yet. Yeah, it said we could follow up on Mariana's as well.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
You didn't know he had a prescription pad? You didn't know?
I don't know about that.
You didn't know about what she didn't know. Did she know that he had a prescription pad, though? Do we have any way around that we could prove she did know about that? I'm trying to think now. Has she ever talked about the prescription pad before? Don't remember. This is, they all killed him simultaneously? That's well coordinated right there. Hey, Cat Crasher, welcome in. Good luck with your phone call right there. That Kirby stare. Did Dr. Dekker ever write her a prescription, is the question.
I don't know.
We'll come back to that. No, actually, it looks like we're on her right now. What do we need to ask her next? Ask her, did you take the prescription pad? But we know she didn't. Did you take the prescription pad?
Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor.
I'm sorry.
And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
Alright, it didn't work well. You sure you're feeling okay, Mariana? Can I ask her about her head? She just kept saying she was fine. I think she's lying about that, though, is the problem. Alright, Is there anything else we can talk to Jaya about? Prescription pad? No. I think we can bring that up quite again. Give her a headache. She's had that all day, Emperor, and it's kind of worrying me. She kept saying at the start of the session that she was fine, but, you know, she also went back to the beach, and that's worrying me. Do people still follow you?
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature.
Oh no, I didn't try that, Zero. I should try. Venus.
I don't have an answer.
Nope. Was worth a shot right there. She does have nice dresses, it's true. See the creature? The creature?
I'm not sure what you'd call it.
I don't know.
A wisp? A star? It's so bright and warm and loving. I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others. It feeds on them.
The others?
I've got nothing to say about that.
It feeds on them?
When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished.
Achievement unlocked. Hey, Emperor, thank you for the St. Patrick's Day bits. I appreciate that. And flying the Caps flag, too, of course. Extra good right there. Much appreciated. Oh, when it's finished. Oh, this is worrying. Yeah, that was perfect timing, Emperor. It looked like that was triggering off the achievement right there.
When I look down,
Yeah, what do you mean by look down?
you really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing. Just limbs of people from the clubs and the bars.
Oh, God.
Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year. They all look terrified, but somehow still alive. The creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them. Slowly.
This is going dark places right here. It eats them?
The missing people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
Oh, God. It's hungry?
I don't have...
Oh, good. Oh, boy. Consider you concerned? That makes two of us there, Emperor. Oh, alright, what else can we grab onto out of there?
The missing people.
Yeah, let's talk about the missing people. For a second, I'm a little concerned about that, Mariana.
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Wait, John? John who?
You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. And he had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next.
Can you try? What happened next?
I left him to be eaten.
Oh, good.
And the next morning, he turns up in my bed at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you?
I did.
That's why I'm here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you're gonna replay Planescape Travel? Good luck. Hope you enjoy it. I still plan to play it on stream at some point. I'm just not sure when. Sure, I was thinking that too. Pretty much none of the patients have interacted, although Nathan actually is kind of interested in Mariana, which worries the hell out of me. That's a good theory, Nazaran. I mean, one way or another, Mariana's responsible for this. Also, hey Nazaran, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? That's why you're here, Mariana?
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
Some others?
That's not...
No. Start back here real quick. Want to make sure we got everything here. Nothing bad happened, but he did sort of wake up in his bed dizzy, and he's not quite sure how he got back there, Blackrock, so there's that.
Doctor. The creature. I hear it.
This is spoopy.
It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
Yeah, I'm not responding to that, sorry.
They think I killed John.
The problem with Plain Spake is it takes D&D more serious than Baldur's Gate, meaning talking is way more important. In fact, if your character is bad at talking, you miss tons of important stuff. I heard, which is, it's something I enjoy in an RPG, although I know a lot of people do prefer the more combat-heavy stuff. I don't want to promise or anything is why I'm trying to avoid that word there, Blackrock. It's... Oh, I'm a little worried. A little concerned here. You can't crash, you really have no words for this anymore. It's getting a little creepy. Oh. Yeah, I'm enjoying the acting. I think it's a lot less cheesy than pretty much any other FMV game I've ever known.
They think...
So, did you kill John?
No. The creature killed John.
I don't know if I believe her. I don't know.
They think I killed John. John and some others.
Are you insane?
My lawyer. He says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
That is the question, is it not? Jav, when you first played it, you went warrior. Oh, but you missed a bunch of stuff. Alright, that should be interesting then. Nathan and Mariana have been in a party. They took way too much ecstasy, PCP, and some other stuff, and it went badly. Oh gosh. Emperor, of course, you have the full Cthulhu emote. Perfect. Oh. You get a thumbs up from me as well, Emperor. Alright. We need to answer this, apparently. Chat, I'm going to put this one to a vote because I think we're getting real serious at this point. So everybody in chat right now, help me out here. Vote 1 if you think Mariana's insane. Vote 2 if you think she's faking it. 1 if she's crazy, 2 if she's faking it. This might have implications for the end of the game. We are getting near the end of the game, so I'm a little concerned here. Ooh, even so far. 3 for faking it, really? Was not expecting that. Huh. 3 follow her. I can't swim, Shira. Also, don't wanna. I already avoided the cookies. I'm trying to stay alive today. Guys! Too dangerous, guys. Too dangerous. Alright, well that's majority vote for faking it. Alright. Except then Blackrock comes in and makes it a tie. Somebody give me a tiebreaker here. We got 3 votes for 1, 3 votes for 2. 3 is not an option. What do we say? Is she insane or is she faking it? I need one more vote for the tiebreak. Someone can be history right here. Change the course of the game forever, quite potentially. Who wants to be it? Who wants to pull the trigger on it? Anyone? Anyone at all? Oh, Kais, I think that's a vote for 2. And Shira votes 1. God dang it. Alright, I think that's another vote for 2. We're going with it. We're going with it. Alright. No. I don't think you're insane. Oh, let's do this.
I told you how grateful I'd be. But you need to fix my problem first. If they try me as sane, I'll be in prison for a long time. And then, how would you get your reward, Doctor?
She totally did it. She totally did it. She wants me to cover up for her so she gets out of prison quicker. She's a serial killer, isn't she? Oh boy. Oh goodness gracious. I mean, Claire, sure. Claire wants the same thing. Claire's also crazy rich. Oh boy. A little worried right here. Alright, we've got something else important to get out of here, but we're making progress.
People. That's where they go.
Oh yeah, she did say secret in there. I guess we have to address it. Secret?
It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me when you visit. I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it.
What? When I visit you, I don't visit.
You get inside me, Doctor.
What?
And it hurts. And you don't care.
What? No. What? What? I don't know what she's talking about, chat. I got no idea. What? I don't. I'm innocent. I didn't do the thing. I mean, I know they found my fingerprints on Dr. Dekker's booze bottle, but I don't know how that got there either. No, I'm not the bad guy, Nazareth. I don't know what you're talking about. It's what? Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, that's apparently all we have to talk about Mariana, though. So we're getting near the end of the day. Giant. Well, let's go talk to Giant. Giant, do you need any grief counseling today?
I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
Right. Alright, that's good then. Can you tell me about your mother?
My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Wait, that's a new icon. Oh. Ooh, gonna be an open world game. Drev, could you DM me a link to that on Discord? I would appreciate that. I haven't heard about an open world game in that, but I'd be very interested. Shane has been the bad guy the whole time. No, I'm the good guy here. I'm solving the case. Is what I'm doing here. Probably her mother was Dr. Dekker. I think she noticed that. And that's it. We're right down to it, chat. We need to accuse someone of killing Dr. Dekker. So the question is, chat, who do you think? This is, we recall Dr. O putting it all on me, Zero. Well, I'd still love to hear any opinions in chat, but let me talk through it while we're talking about it. Nathan was supposedly at a excavation at the church the whole night. That's what he claims, and Bryce claims he saw him at the excavation the whole night as well. So there's that. Now, Elin says that she was on a date with 77-year-old Max at the pier the whole night, and Mariana claims that she saw her there. So there's that. Now, Claire said she was at home alone that night. No one can vouch for her alibi. Nathan said that he was alone that night. Or no, sorry, Nathan, was it, no, it was Nathan and Bryce. And then Mariana and Elin. So Claire has no alibi, and Jaya has no alibi either. And no one actually saw Mariana and Bryce at the places they were supposed to be. So their alibi is shaky at best. Cat Crasher, you think Mariana? Even though you haven't thought, well, she is creepy as hell. I'll give you that, Cat Crasher. I'm certainly thinking about it. Alright, thank you for sending me that, Drev. I appreciate that. Oh, they all did it, Emperor. If only I could just, I don't think I can highlight and click them all, unfortunately. Blackrock Phantom, time travel guy, loves redhead and got seduced into getting the body for her to help cover her tracks because she is the one who killed him like the others. I guess she, you see, that's all talking about after Dr. Dekker's death, too, so I'm not sure about that. Click faster. Alright. I'm tempted to say Jaya. Because Nathan definitely kept trying to point me to Jaya the whole time. Come to think of it, Jaya is the only one who told me that there were my fingerprints on Dr. Dekker's bottle. She could have been lying about that. So there's that. Hey there, Elena, you came back just at the right time. We have decisions to make. Missed a lot at the end. Well, if you don't want to miss the rest, if you don't want to catch up here and you want to go back to the VODs, I'll understand, Elena. We're getting right down to it. I think it was Jane. No, not Jane. Jane Innocent. I mean, if I don't overthink it, LTG, then I'll just go straight for Mariana. Has anything happened to rule out Bryce? I mean, not really. Bryce confessed that Bryce is the one that stole Dr. Dekker's body. He originally tried to pin that on Claire, but it was him. But he then said that Dr. Dekker's body disappeared out of his locked tool shed without the lock being broken. So there's that. Yeah, Mariana seems too obvious, doesn't she? But I don't know. Something about it. Now, Nathan's been throwing all kinds of shade the whole game. Nathan Nathan kept telling me to look deeper into Jaya is one thing. And Nathan also said he thinks whoever stole Dr. Dekker's notepad is responsible for the murder because they would be covering up the death threats that appeared on the notepad. And we still don't know who sent the death threats. But we do know for a fact that Elin is the one that stole the notepad. Elin actually confessed to that as well. But she says she stole it because Dr. Dekker claimed he could use the notepad to take away her powers, I guess. Bryce said Claire called her, but Claire said she didn't know anything about that, and then later Bryce confessed, okay, yeah, it was me, so there's that. Bryce had motive for death threats, but then so did a lot of patients. Elin thought that Dr. Dekker was going to take away her powers. Nathan thought that the loop days were caused by Dr. Dekker. Mariana... Well, Dr. Dekker was probably coming to her house and doing terrible things to her. That's reason for murder. Jaya? If Jaya had a motive, I don't know what Jaya's motive is the problem. Who murdered Dr. Dekker? I've been piling up evidence the whole game. I wish I had more, but the problem is, so much of the evidence I'm relying on could have been Mariana lying. That's what I'm trying to think about it. Nathan might be trying to just constantly point you to other people to keep him off him. That's true. That's true, but I thought Nathan had a pretty decent alibi. Is the problem. I mean, Bryce said that Nathan said that he was in the graveyard all that night, and Bryce said that he saw him there. That's why I've been ruling out Nathan and Elin. I'm really tempted to go Mariana, even though it's screamingly obvious. It's hard. It's difficult. I know Zero told me not to overthink it, but I'm overthinking it. I think in my head it's either Mariana or Bryce. Jaya doesn't have a motive. Claire doesn't really have much of a motive either. Elin and Nathan, I still feel like they have decent enough alibis that I'm not looking at them. Mariana and Bryce, no one actually saw them where their claimed alibis were. Both of them had clear motives. Why was Bryce there in the first place? Bryce was there for anxiety. I think. No, that was Nathan. Yeah, Bryce was there because of his midnight hour thing, I believe. Either that, or I think Bryce might have been there because of stress from his job, and then Dr. Dekker convinced him that the midnight hour was a thing. Yeah, Cat Crasher, it just seems way too obvious that it's Mariana. Fuck it, we're going with Bryce. We're going with Bryce!
Dr. Dekker deserved to die. I'm not saying I did such a thing. Not something that I would confess to now whilst being recorded. But I'm happy to reaffirm that his death was necessary. Well, more than death, really. If I only knew where his body had gone. Now I can't be sure. I can't be sure that he's absolutely dead. The girl, chained in his basement. She'd most definitely have killed him given half the chance. I suppose if I teleported into his office one night to write myself a prescription and had run into Dr. Dekker himself, that I might have killed him then and there with the nearest available weapon. And in doing so, would be accoladed as the hero, not the villain that you're making me out to be. But we shall see, Doctor. We shall see. Good luck catching a man who can teleport when he wants to, though. Or maybe you don't think that I can.
Oh, hey! It was Bryce! But what about your patients? What about you? That's a good question. Doing insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Einstein.
She told me that she's killing people, and now I'm stuck in the same day. Can you imagine? Every day she greets me like we're so in love. I know what she's done. I know what she's going to say to me later in the evening. It's over. I can't be with her. But part of me likes it repeating. It's normal.
Nathan, no.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it. To participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
Terry's been promoted to night sister. She hadn't been in, and I thought she was off sick, but apparently she was on a course.
Oh.
So she's my new boss now.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I've already started looking for other jobs.
That's good.
It's no secret Terry hates me.
Basically.
But, you know, got to be positive about it. I could have a completely fresh start. There's a job on the children's ward I'm going to go for.
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
Oh, jeez.
What I want to know is how did you know which patient was the murderer? I mean, they all lied to you, didn't they? I'm just glad it's business as usual around here and I'm not having to look for another doctor again. It's embarrassing. Dr. Dekker almost caught me writing the advert for his replacement.
Wait, what?
Yes, this is an intervention. I'm worried about you. You started talking like your patient's ailments are real and believing the stories they're telling you. So I want you to take next month off work, and I won't take no for an answer. Take the tapes with you if you must. You'll see the cracks. Just get better.
All right. Your record is intact, Elena. Yeah, I'm a little worried about Elin right there. Oh, my goodness. I'm actually wondering about that, Emperor. Could it just be anybody? I'm very curious about what the other endings are. Because I know there's multiple endings. I think there's actually 2 different sets of endings in here. There's replayability. Ooh, that is exciting, Zero. That is exciting to hear. I'm going to have to try this game. So yeah, if anyone else was enjoying this game, there is a shitload of stuff I missed in here. So there's a lot of endings. Oh, good. And I got an achievement called Lucky Guess. Screw you, game. Oh man, so yeah, I probably missed at least a third of the responses in the game. So like I said, if anyone out there enjoyed this, go pick it up. Go support FMV games so we get more of these things. And if you end up playing it, let me know what endings you got. Oh man. That's a mystery only Google and your curiosity will answer. Achievements? Achievements! Yeah, I missed about a third of the responses overall. That thing with the responses is just for this chapter. It doesn't say what the other chapters are, but yeah, that's that was awesome. That was awesome. I loved that game. That game was fantastic. I'm not sure if how I'd compare it to Contradiction. They're both very different games, and I both love them very much. But I liked this game. It was creepy. It was well acted, surprisingly. The characters were all very differentiated. They all had interesting arcs. The different choices felt meaningful, and sometimes showed up in unexpected and creepy ways. And the mystery was fun too. And that's a big thing for me, Chet. It was nice watching it the second time. You watched Clara play it the first time, didn't you, Zero? Did she get a different ending from me, Zero? I may have to ask you about that later. Alright, LTG, geez, hope I didn't keep you up too late then. You go ahead and get some rest. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for modding, as always, and I will see you around, my friend. Oh, my goodness. So yeah, this was good. This was fantastic. One thing I want to mention is, if you go out there and Google, I'll probably throw the link in Discord as well, but the company that made this game is working on another game. They call it a spiritual sequel, but it is another FMV mystery. It's called The Shape-Shifting Detective, and it's supposed to be a sort of detective noir game, also an FMV game. And the idea is you're a detective, you're going around, you're interrogating people, you're looking for clues and trying to figure if anything's out. The twist is that you are a shapeshifter in the game. And so it's not just that you can ask questions, you can also turn into different people before asking the questions to try and, get more trust by pretending to be different people. Which sounds like an interesting twist. They're apparently only in the very early stages, so I don't think it's going to be out this year. But the one actor they've already confirmed for the game is the lady that played Mariana in this game, which I think she was probably the creepiest part of this game, so I'm glad to see her doing more stuff as far as FMV games. I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are too. That will probably be a game I pick up and play as soon as possible once it comes out. Because I haven't really mentioned it before, but here's one interesting thing. This game right here, I actually waited until it was out of the winter sale to buy and bought it at full goddamn price, because that is how much I want to support FMV games. I love FMV games, I want to see more of them, and that's what I want to do right there. Wait, Starmancer just got released or announced? I haven't heard about that. Zero, thank you for throwing that link in chat as well. I appreciate that. I need to look up more off stream about that, but I'm already on their mailing list. Because I really do like FMV games. I don't see why we can't have more FMV games. I know there is some extra expense associated with them, but we've got 4K cameras, and we've got the ability for normal ass people to get HD cameras. As we can see right here. So I'd like to see more FMV games, and so I'm trying to support. And you guys like games like this? I hope you do too. Sure, you think that anyone can potentially be the killer? That would be interesting. I actually may replay this off stream just to see what happens, because I'm real curious about that. I'm glad you liked it though. Glad you liked the stream as well. The graphics of FMV games are so good. They're so real, Zero. You can reach out and touch them. Any interest in playing through the X-Files? Smooth George, I have both X-Files games. The PS1 FMV game and the PS2 Resident Evil knockoff. Am I interested in playing them? Yes, I am. Yes, I most certainly am. Expect to see them on stream at some point. I don't know when, but I've kind of had an itch to play that X-Files game. So wait for that, definitely. Nice seeing you too, Cat Crash. I appreciate it. Yeah, I thought it was just announced the other day, Trev. I could be wrong though. Can't wait for someone to invent VR FMV games. I can't even imagine how they do that. That's one of those things, Zero, that ever since at least the days of Resident Evil 1, developers have been talking about how it would be possible to do full 3D with FMV, and there hasn't really been an answer for it. I'm not sure there is one. Is the PS1 the same as PC? I'm not sure, Smooth George. If we were talking about an FMV game, then yeah, it's the same thing. I think the only X-Files games I know about are called X-Files The Game, which I have for PS1, and that one was an FMV game. And the other one was X-Files Resistor Serve, I think? And that one I had for PS2. That one was CG, but it was, supposedly it was sort of a survival horror tank control game in the vein of Resident Evil, which sounds terrible, but also makes me want to play it real bad. And Drev, yeah, I will be checking that right after the stream. I appreciate that. Poppy Pods, I kind of want to. Oh, I missed that game. That game was so good, Shira. So, all right, this is gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna be wrapping up the stream here. So don't forget, next week we are gonna be starting on a new game. We're gonna be playing The Mark of Kree for PS2. That one's gonna be about 2 days of stream right there. It's a action stealth third-person game. I've played it before. I believe I beat it, but it was a long time ago. I'm looking forward to playing it again. Belated spoiler alert? Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness, Emperor. I was kind of wondering about that. But, yeah, we're going to wrap this up. So, thank you again for stopping by, everyone. I had such a great time tonight. Oh, this game was good, and I'm so glad I had all of you here with me for it. Thank you, everybody, for voting on all the things. Thank you for all the laughs, all the chatting, all the lurking, all the bits. Thank you so much, guys. This was awesome. If you want to stick around for just a second, I am going to be throwing the stream over somewhere else, and I've got some links for you as well, if you want to hang around for that. Let me go ahead and throw those out as well. Oh, Zero, thank you very much for that. So we've got a link to my Twitter, which is going to, another way to find out when I go live, and a, good way to find out what I'm doing in real life, so that's nice too. We got a link to my YouTube, which is, where I archive all my streams in case you want to check out some of the other games I've played in the past, like Contradiction, yeah. And Zero also threw a link to my Discord in chat as well, in case you want to chat with me outside the stream. That is the best way to get a hold of me. You can chat with the other viewers as well, and occasionally we do things like movie nights, so feel free to jump in on that too. Everyone is invited. And having said that, let me, give me just a second. I want to check one other thing as I decide who we want to throw the stream over at, see who all else is streaming, but I think I know where we are heading next. We are going to throw a host at someone I don't think I've ever hosted before. So, that's always nice, checking out somebody new if you would like. And we are going to be hosting someone by the name of Tiny Pixels, who right now is playing a game you might be interested in called Into the Breach, which is the new game by the guy that made FTL, and I know we've got some FTL fans in here. So feel free to join me over there, check out the game, check out Tiny Pixels, see if you enjoy either one of the two, throw her a follow, and a watch. If you're interested, I'll be over there for a bit. But if that doesn't interest you, or you got other things to do, I completely understand. I'll just say as I always do, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world, and I'll see you folks around. Take care of yourselves, everyone.